Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, my name is Putri Abda Kamalia with matric number 1921964. So today we will talk about strategic planning from Islamic perspective. Basically, the setting of goals, making plans and designing strategies to assure the accomplishment of objectives are all Islamic sunnah. Al-Quranul Karim teaches the Muslims to be strategists and planners in their matters. It shows this in some ways, such as the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in nature, through the stories of the prophets, and in praising the people of vision and foresight. Al-Quran inspires the believers in yet different way to design plans for their actions through observation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His creation. Allah said in Surah Al-Qamar, ayah 49, A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim, Inna kulla syai'in khalaqnahu biqadar. Verily, all things have we created in planned proportion and measure. Allah also said in Surah Al-Hadid, ayah 22, A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim, Ma aswaba min musibatin fil ardi wala fi anfusikum illa fi kitabin min qabli an nabra'aha. Inna dhalika 'ala Allahi yasir. No misfortune can happen on earth or in your souls, but is recorded in a plan before we bring it into existence. These verses clearly show that both the conception and result of every creation is according to a plan. Thus, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaching us that He works according to a method and a record. This work of God should inspire the sincere believer to follow and practice. And we can learn from prophets' stories as well. And illustrations of this can be seen in the story of Prophet Musa and his strategies in approaching the Pharaoh of Egypt.
When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke to Musa alayhi salam and granted him prophethood, Musa alayhi salam made this powerful dua to Allah that is mentioned in the Quran. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. But he goes on to say, waj'al li waziran min ahli. He says, oh Allah, give me an aid, give me a helper from my family, somebody I can trust. Haruna akhi, my brother Harun would be great. Ushtud bihi azri, strengthen my back. Azr refers to the lower back. So just like when you lift something heavy and you put on like a back brace, back support. So he says, make Harun my back support so I can lift this great weight that, oh Allah, you have entrusted me with. Ushtud bihi azri wa ashrikhu fi amri. Make him a partner in this mission of mine. كَيْ نُسَبِّحَكَ كَثِيرًا, so that we may glorify you abundantly. وَنَذْكُرَكَ كَثِيرًا, and we will remember you abundantly. إِنَّكَ كُنْتَ بِنَا بَصِيرًا, and you are watching over us. So Musa alayhi salam appeals to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to appoint Harun alayhi salam, his brother, also as a prophet alongside of him and make him a partner in this mission that he is being sent on. Musa
Okay, so from the video, we could find three major elements to build the plan stand out. In the first instance, Musa prepared himself for da'wah. Crucial to a productive and successful da'wah is the strength of the individual's knowledge, wisdom, and sincere faith. Thus, Musa expressed his willingness to open his heart and mind to receive more profound faith and wisdom to enable him to accomplish his task successfully. The second element in Prophet Musa's planning was to deal with the problem of communication. The presentation may have been a speech impediment that Musa had, or it may be the differences of languages and customs of the tribes of Midianites and the Cubites of Egypt. Hence, Musa called for his brother Harun, who never left Egypt, to be the medium of communication in this mission of da'wah than himself. That was a brilliant idea made by him. Musa would not have been able to adequately convey his message without a plan dealing with this situation. The last primary element to be considered in Musa's plan was the matter of logistics and support, such as human elements and tools required to support him in carrying out his mission. For this reason, Musa's plan included his brother Harun as physical and moral support for facing the Quran is also praised people with vision. Similar to the story of Musa in the Quran are the plans drawn by Prophet Ibrahim in building the Kaabah and breaking the idols. Also, Prophet Yaqub in sending his sons after their brothers Yusuf and Benyamin. They are praised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for their spiritual power and vision in Surah Sad, ayah 45 until 47. A'udhu billahi minasyaitanir rajim. واذكر عبادنا إبراهيم وإسحاق ويعقوب أولي الأيدي والأبصار إنا أخلصناهم بخالصة ذكر الدار وإنهم عندنا لمن المصطفين الأخيار. And commemorate our servants Ibrahim, Isa, and Yaqub, possessors of power and vision. They were in our sight of the company of the elect. And turning our attention to the life and example of Prophet Muhammad, we learn that his actions based on planning in both the religious and worldly domains. Actually, we could find several examples from Sunnah, but I will tell one example in the story of his migration to Yathrib or Medina. We see many instances of his careful and well thought out planning in every step of the way. Once being inspired to migrate to Yathrib, the Prophet devised a plan with his closest companion Abu Bakr. This plan was secret and known only to those who played a part in it. First, Prophet Muhammad hired Abdullah ibn Urakit as a guide for the journey. He then asked Abu Bakr to prepare a camel loaded with food and drinks to ensure that he would know what the enemy was up to during this migration period. As well as be in touch with the rest of the Muslim community, he instructed Asma and her brother Abdullah to provide him and their father with food and news in their hiding place. To further ensure a safe escape and avoid falling into the hands of the Quraysh, the Prophet instructed Amir ibn Fahira to graze the herd of sheep behind Asma or Abdullah. The herd would destroy their footprints as they delivered the food and news to the Prophet and their father. And they headed to south instead of north and hid in the cave for 3 days. Again, we learned well-planned lead us to a good result.
COVID-19.
Tom Hanks announcing overnight that he and wife Rita Wilson are both infected.
The Chinese whistleblower doctor who told the world about the coronavirus in Wuhan has died.
All of Italy is going on lockdown.
Countries such as Italy and Iran are in the middle of the battle. Elsewhere, the impact of COVID-19 is just beginning.
The World Health Organization officially announced that this is a global pandemic.
All this has rocked.
Yes, this year might be tough for all of us. Everything be cancelled. It's such a hard time. Every plan that we've made are failing one by one due to the global pandemic, and it seems that we cannot leave. But hey guys, do you realize something? Yes, we did it. We made it. We still survive until this day. We are meeting 2021 even though all of our 2020's plan ruined. So what can we learn from the video? Yes, we have to bear in mind that our planning is not everything because Allah's plan is beyond anything in this universe. We have limit as a human being, but it is different. So, what can we do is keep planning, keep organizing our goals perfectly, do the best and let Allah do the rest. If you planned anything well, turns out it cannot be realized. Be grateful and remember, Allah will always have better plan for us. Again, keep planning. Without planning, we live in no direction. We have no purpose to live in this world. So just remember, a great advice come from Khalifah Umar bin Khattab, which sums up the importance of strategic planning for both For your worldly affairs, construct your plans based on the assumption that you are going to live forever. And as for the work reserved for the hereafter, create your programs based on the assumption that you are going to die tomorrow. Okay, that's all from me. I hope you can learn something from this video. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi